to take a moment and look around. Take a moment and take in the beauty that all of you represent. It is quite stunning. As Carla said, in 2004, we were just beginning to rally the community. There was a little bit of complacency that didn't feel good for those of us who were doing the heavy lifting. And look at who is involved in making this movement run. Look around. I would like to hear it for all of the queers that have gathered today. I would like to hear it for all of the straight allies who are here today. Thank you. Without our straight allies, we need you to continue to help us tell our stories, to partner with us, to be on the front lines, to say that your lives and our lives are inextricably intertwined, that we have a mutual investment in how we live and love our lives. Thank you for being here. And how many children? Let's give it up for the children who have gathered here. It is because the next generation. For me, if it is not in my lifetime, it doesn't mean that my work isn't worthwhile. It is because there is another generation that needs to learn and know that loving whom they want is beautiful and accepted and embraced by the community. But I believe it can happen in our lifetimes. I believe that if we see today as an opportunity to pause and to celebrate, but start working tomorrow, there is more that can be done. And this is a multifaceted justice movement. And that when we work on the issues of justice for the entire community, when we repair what happened yesterday for the Voting Rights Act, when we're engaged in immigration rights, we are moving our cause forward too. Our lives of justice are intertwined. This is not a siloed community. We need to create those bonds. The last thing that I want to say is that whether we like it or not, gay marriage is a religious issue. And I know that religion has caused so much pain and strife and harm and hurt for our community. For me, I carry that burden, despite knowing that there can be transformational messages of love. And I know that sometimes I represent an institution that has caused harm. And I'm committed, along with you, to bring part of that healing about. And I want to say that this is a multi-faith movement, and it is a movement that can work together. For those of you who are secular, for those of you who are atheists, for those of you who are deeply religious, for those of you that have the multitude of views that we do, we must work together. We must find a way to honor our paths, our truths, and our lives together, and honor that. It's not just a religious movement the way that our opponents want to define it, but it is in part a faith movement. There are ways that we reflect the divine, however we define that, however we know that this is a movement of love, and that we cannot lose if we love each other. We cannot lose if we love each other. We cannot lose if we love each other.